This is Dr. Daniel Paul, orthopedic surgeon with Easy Orthopedics, and today I'm going to talk about what you should do if you stepped on a nail. So it can commonly happen that a nail is sticking up out of the ground, you don't really see it, you may even be in your shoes and you just step on it, almost like in Home Alone, like it just goes right through your shoe and right into your foot. You pull your foot out and it's killing you and you can't believe that you just stepped on a freaking nail. So maybe you've done that and now you're wondering, well, what should I do about it? It hurts, but not terribly. Well, what do you do? Well, I think the first thing to realize is depends on where the nail was where you stepped on it. So if it's a dirty nail and it's outside and everything like that, you probably want to get it checked out. If it somehow happens to be on the inside and it's more of a cleaner situation, it may not be a bad idea to get it checked out either, but it's not quite as bad as if you stepped on a dirty nail outside that has a bunch of rust and dirt on it. So the first thing is I would go see your doctor or emergency room doc or urgent care and make sure that they look at the wound. You're going to want to get x-rays to make sure that you didn't break any bones, that it didn't go into any bones. You also want to make sure it didn't leave any debris, like pieces of metal that are in your foot. So the x-ray is definitely worth getting. And you want to get a tetanus update if you're not updated on your tetanus. And then you really want the doctor or the provider to clean it out. I use betadine and normal saline. And if the nail goes through the entire foot, it's actually a good thing because then you can kind of irrigate from the top to the bottom. But somebody really needs to go and clean it out. Once that's done, assuming that you didn't break your foot or anything like that and it's cleaned out, you're really going to need to be on antibiotics. There's a lot of nasty bugs that live on the bottom of your shoe and in dirt. And the problem with a nail going in your foot is it basically can deposit some dirt inside your foot and kind of come out and it leaves like a little sliver cut, which is bad because those small cuts are bad because the foot's got no way to drain. It's like a dog bite versus a cat bite. Dog bites kind of tear, so it drains and heals. Cat bites are like an injection, and it can actually be worse. So then you got to get appropriate antibiotics. There's a bunch of different antibiotics you can use. I used a combination of 3 different antibiotics for the last patient I treated with this, and I had to ask my friend who's an infectious disease doctor which ones to use. You're probably not going to feel too good on these, but that's kind of the story of what you should do. So A, go to see somebody. B, make sure you get an x-ray, make sure nothing is still in your foot or you didn't break it. And then C, make sure they clean it out. And then D, antibiotics. If you do everything right, hopefully your foot doesn't get infected and it'll heal fine. The worst case scenario is if you don't do that and then your foot really starts hurting and it gets infected, I mean, you're going to be in the hospital with a surgery and on IV antibiotics. I'm not trying to scare you, but these can be a little more serious than they let on. The big obstacle is not getting your foot infected, and then once you get past that, they really, heal pretty well. So I hope I was able to answer your questions about what to do if you step on a nail. If you have any questions that I didn't answer in the video, feel free to leave them in my comments below, and I'll do my best to respond. If you like this video, we put out new content every Friday, so please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.